Hey YouTube, it's Joel here again, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made a jumping spider terrarium. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is the enclosure before I actually set it up, and I got this from an Etsy seller known as Sling Space. I'll leave their link in the description below, but as you can see, it's a really nice setup, and they actually have a few different types and sizes, but I chose this because I thought it looked the best. And it comes with this natural looking cork type cup holder that you could put water in, and it's held up by a magnet, which is really nice. So for the scape of the terrarium, I'm using what's known as excavator clay. And this is by Zoomed, and it's actually like this sand type substrate that you put in water and you're able to shape it to form any way you want. And then once it dries, it'll harden and stay that shape. And I'm planning to use this as the back of the terrarium so that the jumping spider can use it to climb all the way to the top. And I'm also planning to make a cave for it. I also think it makes the water holder just a little bit more naturalistic. So using my fingers, I poked a hole to sort of make this cave formation at the bottom. And the thing about jumping spiders is that they like to stay closer to the top. That's why we choose arboreal type enclosures. So it might not even use it, but I still think it makes the terrarium look a little bit more natural. And it's just there for just in case it might want to go inside. So to make the background transition to the top area, I also added excavator clay. And to keep the acrylic from cracking, I removed the sediments from the in-between areas so that it doesn't cause an opening or prevent it from closing properly. Now for the bottom substrate, I just use regular old eco earth, which is cocoa fiber that I like to use for my reptiles and invertebrates. Now, just to add a little bit more decorations, I used some gray pebbles and scattered them along the bottom. I also had attached some of it to the excavator clay earlier. And then I added a twig just for some more decoration and just to see if it would make like a web on it or something. But yeah, I ended up cutting up the sides that were too long. And then because I made such a mess while adding the excavator clay, I used a wet Q-tip to sort of just clean off the sides. The last piece I added was this live air plant, and I was sort of thinking of gluing it on to keep it there, but I ended up just leaving it to stand on its own because I want to make sure I could keep it alive by soaking it every now and then. But yeah, I think it looks great. And lastly, this is the jumping spider that I'm going to add. I don't have a name for it, but I'm thinking about Peter after Peter Parker. But yeah, it's a gray wall jumping spider. So here it is in its new enclosure, and you can ignore the scrapes. Unfortunately, the thing about using excavator clay is that it is a sand and it does have sediments that will scratch the acrylic. So that was a downfall, but I still think it came out really nice. And here it is exploring the new terrarium. For the lighting, I'm going to be using this old Exoterra LED light that I have. It's really low, so I think it's great for such a small terrarium. And here I'm attaching the species name. When I went to go add water to its water bowl, I found it hiding inside the little hole inside the cork. And I feel like that's where it's going to make its little cave. So because the jumping spider is really small, majority of its diet is going to be flightless fruit flies, but I'm going to try to alternate between pinhead crickets as well. Unfortunately, these guys only live about a year, so there's not much content I can make, but leave in the comments what you'd like to see. So here's the terrarium one last time, and if you like this video and you want to see more, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.